everybody, welcome to the Downfast podcast. So it has been a little while since our previous episodes, but we are going to give it a second attempt, but with a sort of different twist. So today, let's go for our topics first. Today our topics are Crossrail abandons hopes of opening next summer, Alstom Evershot Jumpstart Hydrogen Trains project we're going to discuss as well, and TransPennine Boost as £589 million budget is announced. So yeah, I'm just going to explain our new sort of the way we're doing it now.
For today, anyway.
This is just a one-off,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we're going to how'd you say it? We're going to pre-record it, and then we're going to
Premiere it.
We're going to premiere it so we can all chat to you guys, and it'll be more focused on the chat. So yeah, let's get straight into our first topic.
Remember, this won't have any
today,
chat, we won't talk about anything in the chat because there is no chat. We'll do that on the premiere. We'll type in the chat because we won't be able to speak, if that makes sense. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. So our first topic is Crossrail abandons hopes of opening next summer. So if you want to take that away, Oliver.
So we've talked about Crossrail a few times on here before in lots of episodes. And obviously, if you've been following the news, Crossrail was meant to open in December 2018. It hasn't opened and won't for a long time. So there's been lots of cuts and budget cuts and delays and
just general issues, really.
So what they're saying now is that they said that there was a possibility that they could be opening next summer, so summer 2021. However, the Crossrail board have admitted that the Elizabeth line cannot open as soon as next summer. So the section across central London should have been launched in December 2018, but the project's been victim of repeated delays, various factors, so problems with software, signals, tunnels, everything like that, and obviously the coronavirus pandemic has added to the problems, so they can't work. It's they have to work safely, social distancing and stuff.
Basically coronavirus has just tipped over the iceberg, really. So,
and they're saying that it would need an extra 140 million. I don't know if Liam knows, but they spent I don't know, a stupid amount of money on it, and they're saying it needs more money. Yeah, a lot. They're saying it needs more money. So Yeah, but
it's sort of hit and miss because it's a brand new concept. There's nothing been built like it before in London, so
you're integrating two systems.
Modern London. There's not. Yeah, go on, Liam.
You're integrating national rail signalling with deep level tube signalling,
basically.
Yeah, and
which has never been done before by anyone. So
it's going to have its harder spots, but
I mean, it'll be good when it opens. I think
it's supposed to open in December 2018. It's just unacceptable how long it's taken.
But I think it'll be very useful when it opens, because it goes a very useful, especially for us. I don't know, say we wanted to get from Baker Street or Paddington. Say you want to go from Paddington to Stratford, right? Normally, you would have to go.
Easier.
I don't know. Somewhere to get on the on the central line and then change through loads of stations.
Probably have to go via Oxford Circus.
Yeah. So Paddington, Bakerley, Oxford Circus, Bakerley Central Line. That takes ages on a 1992 washing machine. And it's very free. It's Crossrail will be shorter. 345s are they're not the best, but I think for what they're going to be doing, they're fit for purpose. Because they're obviously
realistically, you're not gonna go from Shenfield all the way to Reading, really.
Yeah, and
some people might.
because they're not designed to be intercity trains. So for what they are, they're fit for purpose, and
I mean, personally, I really don't like Adventurers, but they're fit for purpose. But they're just plastic trains. But
I mean, that's lots of trains nowadays, though. Lots of trains nowadays are plastic, horrible.
I mean, the 755s, they're excellent trains.
745s, 755s, yeah.
Yeah.
They do look very nice. We've been on them, but like, yeah, they are extremely good. Like compared to some of the other trains, I don't know, take the GWR IETs for example. Compare 745s, although they're completely different trains, complete different routes. The 745s are much nicer, like on the interior, than the GWR 800s
Like compare LNER 800s to GWR 800s.
Exactly. Like the GWR 800s, they have grey seats and like no branding whatsoever.
I mean, the GWR 800s, they're already starting to show like critical failures.
Because it shows
So, like
LNER actually care about their they don't.
LNER ones
I mean,
do that.
GWR do care about their trains, but like LNER, I don't know.
Not like LNER.
Exactly, and like
They're
you have
sort of
then
just
you have
like-
the TPE
yeah, I dunno.
like so the TPE 800s, the Novas that the TPE have, they've got the same seats, but they've got a better like, I think they've got like a better like material that's like, I mean it's like the same as the it's not the same as the
100%.
like GWR ones, but like it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like smooth.
It's nicer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
The whole train's one.
I know this is going to sound like really upper class and posh, but I've only travelled maybe once standard
class
class in Lima.
LNER. Yeah, because like LNER isn't somewhere you only go long distances on LNER in most cases, and like
Yeah.
I wouldn't travel from London
And
to Aberdeen.
usually
in
I
standard.
save up to go on LNER. So if I'm going to save up to go on a journey, I'm going to go first class. I'm going to save up.
Exactly, Liam. Were you going to say something?
You wouldn't go first class to Stevenage.
Exactly.
No.
Not like
No, that
anyone's
would be
done that or anything, but like
No.
no, but like like for
Yeah,
example,
it's
in
just
the LNER first class, they serve you food, hot food, which is very nice. I do recommend it.
I mean,
But in
if you just go
GWR
to
first class,
Stevenage,
they
you'll
don't serve
get
any
something.
hot food. You just get a sandwich and a few snacks.
And
But like
yeah, you get a sandwich and a can of Coke, really.
Exactly.
That's it.
Like for what you're paying like 200 quid more in some cases for a wider seat, some recline and a can of Coke, and
I mean, it was worth it in the HSTs, but
Yeah.
I don't know about
but with
the new
IETs,
I say
like
new.
no, that like it's not really necessary. Like take the likes of
No.
Southern, Southeastern, SWR, like LNWR, have first class on there.
350.
350s,
377s,
375s, etc.
No one
But
would buy a
they're
375.
Thameslink, they're completely
Southeastern
different. Like they're not different at all to like standard. They just got little like headrests and like, I don't know, wider seats, I guess. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
it's
why you'd
just
like,
sort
if the
of-
people you fall for it and buy like a first class ticket for Southern. Like imagine how they
Who
feel.
would buy a first class ticket with
But
Thameslink?
Like,
I know someone that did that once.
Like business people.
True, but like
Yeah.
first
Travelling on
class at the
business,
back is
like,
declassified.
they're not paying for it.
Like if I
It's
commuted
like-
every
if
day
you're
into
paying
London
for, like,
on
first
Thameslink.
class on Thameslink. If you're paying first class on Thameslink, you're basically just paying for a sort of emptier bit, like the exact rear of the train. You're
If
just
I was
paying
a
for
commuter
emptier.
going into London, I would do my research and know, oh look, the back first class bit is declassified. I don't need to buy a first class season ticket into London. I can just buy a standard one and
Yeah.
sit in the back. Like, what difference does it
Yeah,
make?
but say you was getting out at like say East Croydon,
Mm.
I'd get out at like I don't know. So I'd just get out at like
Yeah.
sort of go up the train at the station
Exactly,
before,
but, like, that's
just
not-
so
that's not-
like
that's
the
not
correct
hard.
door when to exit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not hard. So,
And it's exercise.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah.
I know this is going to sound like quite bad for us being like train spotters and stuff, but some people on like trains are actually like really stupid. Like if you see like watch people going around,
Yeah.
and some people
they
ask
are.
you like, "Is this platform 6?" when they're literally
Is
stood
this
under
the train to
massive sign
Birmingham
that
when
says
you've
platform
literally
6?
walked over to this platform, had a look at the screen, like...
Some people are
I'm
quite
pretty
silly.
sure. But then you also get the train enthusiasts that ruin it, like those that, like, I don't know, they take keys and, like, I don't know, break into staff
Yeah, they
areas
take
and,
the
like...
yeah,
They
just go in
over-
places they're not allowed really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Fairabade. I
it's
mean, not
ruined
people
them
Fairabade, but
to all.
like, it's like the people that do that, like rail enthusiasts, that completely ruin it for everyone else. Like the ones that just like argue with staff, stand too close to the platform
Yeah.
edge, like break into train cabs in some instances.
Like worst case, like if you're breaking into train cabs, like you deserve to have the police on you because that's
Yeah.
like an actual crime,
When you
isn't
deserve
it?
to have like the train
You
operating
deserve to
company.
lose your privileges
Yeah.
on the railways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit
Yeah.
off topic, but like, yeah. Okay. So I think
Yeah.
it
Should we
is
go on to our
now
next?
time, yes, to move on to our next topic, which is that
Yeah.
Alstom and Eversholt Rail are investing another 1 million into the development of hydrogen fuel trains, which will be produced at Alstom's Technology Centre in Widnes in the north near Manchester. So the trains running Breeze are converted from ex-British Rail electric Class 321s currently running Greater Anglia. And they have similar versions running on Northern ScotRail and will form the new Class 600 series. And they'll emit only water when powered by green hydrogen, Alstom has said. And they'll be used for regional routes which have not been electrified. So we have seen already that there are actually lots of plans for making hydrogen trains. I know Chiltern have
Yeah.
plans of making their
They've sent
165s.
off 165004, I think.
Yeah.
That's come back already.
And a 168 is gone now as well, but I've forgotten what the number was. For hydrogen, like refurb and
It was
testing.
325 or something like that.
Yeah. For testing, like for hydrogen train.
Yeah.
Liam, do you think it's a good idea, or do you think, like, I don't know, do you think it's a good idea, or do you think
Yeah.
that they should just electrify the
think
line to run off electricity?
I think it's an excellent idea because it's like saving the planet as well. If you're running a train off just water, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and even if you was just like say this is quite sort of unhygienic, but it could be true. Like you could like the toilet water, you sort of filter it,
Yeah.
and it goes into the fuel tank. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
To know
Liam,
that,
what
like,
do you think?
you're fueling the train.
Yeah.
The second
Like,
idea
just
I
by
wouldn't
flushing the
even think.
toilet.
But it's a good idea. But at least choose to convert some newer stock, e.g. the 458s or the 707s, because the 321s are aging.
True, but like,
I mean,
yeah.
say for like the 321s with the Renatus upgrade, that modernised them completely. I think they'll do it with like the older ones and remodernise them.
If they chose to
Like,
put the
that'd be
seats
quite
that they have on the 745s, 755s, and the Renatus, then they would be perfect. Like, yeah.
The flights are really nice. They're actually one of my favourite trains.
Yeah, and
the
like,
flirts are
a driver told me once. So I went to Colchester, the video on my old channel. I don't know if I was like private it or anything, but this is when the Renatuses were first, like introduced. He's told me that when they run a Renatus and an an unrefurbished, like an unrefurbished one in an unrenatus in in multiple coupled together, it messes the whole train up because the brakes and the motors are completely different. So the braking is really jolty and the passenger information systems don't work. And
it's like with the
I think they fixed
350s and 465s.
Yeah, I think they fixed it now though. Yeah.
The 465s don't work. I don't think.
But like
you've got different motors and different braking.
Yeah, but like
it's like with a 165 and a 168.
Exactly.
It sort of makes the
slower as well.
acceleration a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
From which I've heard.
And like they can only run at 165 max speed 75 rather than 100, and like that just if say they're running to Birmingham for some reason, that essentially just slows the whole train down, and like I can see why they do it for capacity, but like in some cases it just doesn't really work, and like
Like, imagine if they put like a 165 and a 168 onto like a Kidderminster circuit.
Exactly, like how bad that would how bad that would go, and like it would essentially
it'd probably be like 30 late by Kidderminster.
Yeah, and like I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a 165 and a 168 in service together.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, up the Met, it's perfect. It's like extra capacity. You've got comfy seats in one of them.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
165 seats are comfy, but 168s are
Unless it's
like, especially
unless it's
the
a,
like really comfy ones are
unless
good.
it's a that's free.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, back to the like class 600s, I think it was.
mhm.
I think it was like I think it's a very good idea that they've finally decided to like actively convert trains from like electric or diesel to hydrogen.
Yeah, I
Like,
think.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
imagine how
hydrogen is
much
actually.
cheaper it would
I
be to
think.
run as well if
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think that the
water.
only problem is hydrogen is really explosive. So like, if
Yeah.
anything happens, like, the
Yeah, I've
whole
heard that.
train could
Yeah,
like, you know, yeah, completely
yeah. So
like.
it's a big risk, but
Mhm.
like, yeah,
It's a big risk they're taking, but in the end, it will work out well. Like.
Hopefully.
they just need to get it exactly right.
Yeah.
Mhm. But like, and if they don't get it right,
Like,
then yeah,
it could be
like
fatal.
Crossrail,
Yeah,
like. But hopefully they
yeah.
will get it right, and it will just improve everything. Like, I don't know if you've seen, but in the past few hours, the government have temporarily renationalised the rail system because of COVID.
I thought my train service was good today.
Liam
Carry on.
went on
First.
Southwestern today, so
And Southern. And
Southern's
Southie.
all right.
Yeah,
But like, you know, like they've renationalised everything just because COVID. But like the names haven't changed or anything. But like it hasn't really been in the news or anything. But like, be interested to see what
so
happens.
it's all
Like,
government owned right now, but it
yeah,
will go back
or
quite
government
soon.
funded. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So how long have we been
yeah,
going? Okay, 16 minutes. Okay, we've got like 5 minutes left. So
yeah.
I think we're
So
going to our
should we go on
last
to the
topic.
next topic?
Yeah. So that is Transpennine boost as £589 million budget is announced. So the Department of Transport has announced a budget of £589 million to launch work on upgrading the Transpennine main line between Leeds, Huddersfield, and Manchester. So there'll be some four tracking of most congested sections, although the precise location has not been revealed, and most of the line will be electrified. And adding that our ambition is to go further for electrification, digital signalling, more multi-tracking and improved freight capacity. So I don't know if any
Yeah.
of you have been watching the Transpennine Express documentaries on Channel 5. They ended.
What day is it on?
It's Wednesday, but they ended last week.
When?
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, so that just basically, it was called the Railway 24/7, and that basically just, that basically just, what was I going to say? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So that
Yeah.
basically
Sorry.
basically took you through the life of Transpennine Express, like, and their last episode was based around coronavirus as well. And you can see in those,
Yeah.
in that documentary, like the first one or two episodes, like they show their new trains and how before they had their new trains,
Mhm.
they were essentially, because now they've doubled their fleet essentially, and before they had their new
Yeah.
trains, they were essentially Britain's worst train operator company, because they had six
And now
car,
they're
three
one of
car
the best.
trains and like 4 and 8, but like that was only on some routes. So like in general, 3 and 6 car trains running between like the
Yeah.
busiest cities in the north, and like it before they got new trains, it was
I think
essentially just a
like
recipe for disaster. Like, yeah,
for
continue.
Chiltern, like if you think about it, Chiltern Railways operate 3 to 6 car trains up to Birmingham, so it's technically the same.
True. Yeah.
But like Chiltern operate a better service than TPE because Chiltern have got the capacity, but they have got the capacity and they've got the passengers. But TPE, they're like it was major hubs like linking like London and Birmingham is the major hubs, but like
But like there
it
are
was
other options that you can
like
travel on.
tourist destinations as well.
Yeah.
It was tourist destinations and like you had loads and loads of people, and it was airport, and you had loads of people going from one place to another, and it was just getting so crammed. I remember I
Yeah.
was on a service from Northallerton to York. I paid for first class, which was extra, only 75p extra, and I couldn't even get a seat in first class,
Exactly.
which was
God.
mental.
But now I think because they've got
Assume
their
that
new
was the
trains, which
185.
by the way, they do look extremely nice. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I hope
The
that it
movies
will
look
like kind of revitalise the service because like I think their livery and everything that looks really smart and like
It's stunning. Really nice livery.
stunning.
Oh, also,
It is
as
really
I
nice.
was on that subject going to North Allerton, my guard up to North Allerton was the guard that was in the TPE documentary. What's her
There's
name?
a lot of them.
Nikki
Uh,
May.
Yeah, the main guard that was in the documentary was
Yeah.
my guard.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was quite cool. But like, yeah,
Which
TPE
guard?
they operate like. Oh, it was the woman guard, the one who had the test on the IET.
Yeah, Nikki
Nova.
Nikki May.
Oh yeah, Nikki.
Nikki May. Yes, Nikki May.
Yes.
Yeah, TPE. They're like a goods operator, but they don't really like.
Utilise.
If you name like, they don't really have like a really well-known sort of service. If I'm being brutally honest,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
like but it's just like they're cheap fares, and they get you like say from York to Leeds in like 15 minutes, which is excellent if you're trying to get from like one to another.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, I agree, like, because I remember someone I know telling me, but this was like 2015, 2014, telling me that they went on Transport Express and they thought that it was all horrible. So this is when they had all like the unrefurbished 185s, like all old first interior. They thought that because it sounds like first Transport Express sounds like, you know, quite a posh like thing, but when they like went on it, they actually thought it was horrible and like, you know, pretty disgusting. But like yeah.
The
Yeah.
185
like,
now.
Gone, Liam. What? Okay.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say. So, is Liam speaking? I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I'm not speaking. Well,
No.
I was now.
Yeah, go. What was you going to say?
185s are nicer now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 185s used to be like horrible. Like, but now they're like quite nice.
They are quite like, I don't know, they're bigger on Chiltern. I mean,
Yeah.
like just as a capacity upgrade.
Especially like the new upgrade they did with the new livery into like the not like coming out of first Transpennine to I think are they still first? I
They're
think
still first Transpennine, but they only call themselves like Transpennine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they did their sort of like new livery, that was really nice because they did the whole interiors like
Yeah.
with immediate effect. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Yeah, so how long? Okay, yeah, so 22 minutes. So we do hope that you enjoy this pre-recorded 20-minute version of the Down First podcast episode. I don't know, 10 or 11, 12, one of them.
I think it's 13. I don't know.
One of
Yeah,
them.
we're sorry it couldn't be like full length.
Yeah, but we'll be back next
We're the Down
Friday.
First podcast, and we're the
Best podcast.
best podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, so
better than all the other railway related ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut all of that out,
yeah.
please.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out now. So we'll be back next Friday at 6:30 live, and I'll be at home rather than on holiday in Dorset. Hopefully.
Yes.
So we hope you enjoy watching, and we'll see you next time. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Okay.
And yes, goodbye from the Chiltern Trainspotters. Bye.
And we'll see you next.